Hey y'all in this YouTube world. I was just looking down at something. How y'all doing? I don't know what part of the world you in, but it's morning over here. Like around 10ish, 10:30 something. I'm on break. As you all know, well, some of you may know that yes, I do work from home. And I have a little story time about a work from home job. Not the one I'm at currently. The one I'm at currently is awesome. I love it. No issues. This here is a story time about a past job. So I'm trying to say this to be try and be a little nice. You know what I'm saying? Nice as I possibly can while I'm on break. Um, some people just ain't used to nothing, and you can tell in most cases. I know I can. And this particular person didn't know how to act, having a little higher position. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't even have a position. It was just a trial period for him and several others who were interested in becoming like a manager, supervisor, team lead, something like that. So it was just a little trial period. I think for like 2, maybe 3 weeks, something like that, if I can remember. That they had to do, and just see how they would work within the role and all of that if it was offered to them. And in his case, I hope that it wasn't. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm glad I don't work there no more either. Because me and him bumped heads the first day. He was ridiculous. So this one particular situation that happened with him is we had like a weekly meeting where he check in, well, all the supervisors check in every week on a meeting. You have a one-on-one, and they check in with you. See how things are going over things that you may have missed or any errors, or, just to show you, that you're doing a good job. So, anywho, it was our one-on-one day for the meeting. So it's like, I don't know what his problem was. He seemed like he always had an issue with me for whatever reason. I have no idea why, because I don't bother nobody. I do my work. I do what I'm supposed to do. And this man just always seemed like he was picking at me. And I eventually let my main supervisor know that because I didn't appreciate it. I'm here to do my job. I do what I'm supposed to do. And it's like he was just steady nitpicking. Like, I don't know what his problem was. He was just a douche. a douchebag, as they say. Ridiculous. Anyway, on this particular day, he likes to go slow as I'll get it. I like wasting my time when I could be doing work instead of talking to him, because he was just definitely not worth my time to be talking to. First of all, I hated talking to him because he was ridiculous. He nitpicks everything. And my main supervisor, original supervisor before he came in, and, through his little trial stuff, they put me on his team for the next 2-3 weeks or whatever. I'm like, oh my goodness, why? When I found out how much of a, what he was, I'm like, I don't want to be on this man team. They made me stay there. But anyway, I'm jumping all over the place. We had our one-on-one. He going through everything. I'm like, okay, this one finally seemed like it's going somewhere and going quicker. Get off of here so I don't have to talk to this nutbag and get back to my job, right? No. As soon as I think it's over, he starts going into the work that I've done. I'm like, oh my gosh, why does he have to nitpick everything? And it was ridiculous. Wasn't nothing wrong with it. So why are we talking about it? So then he goes back and look. He was like, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You weren't supposed to be in this queue today. And I'm like, oh, crap. Now, mind you, I knew I wasn't supposed to be in this particular queue. But what y'all don't know is I didn't sign up for that. And I always make sure I ask questions, whatever job I take. I want to know exactly what I'm going to be doing. Please tell me. If there's anything else that I would need to learn, please tell me in this interview so that I'll know if I want to choose this job or not. So I asked plenty of thorough questions. This job description was not in my job duties when I got hired. Nowhere in there. I asked everything. Like, is this all I'm going to be doing? I understand y'all have little things that may come up and then we may have to learn this and that. But these things that they crept in there was established cues, established stuff that's already been there that other people, other departments work. Why are you trying to send me over there? I didn't like that. So the thing was, I was only supposed to be in this particular queue maybe once or twice a week. How about they try to put me in there every day? And it was the worst queue you could ever have. Nobody liked it. And I see why when I got over there. Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was too much you had to do, and it was just too much to be, it was a headache, basically. So I took it upon myself that day. I'm going to go back to my own queue and do some work. I'm not working this queue today because it was like they already had me in that queue for like 3 or 4 days in a row already. And I'm not supposed to be in it no more than 1 or 2 days. So I'm like, what are y'all doing? First of all. So that's on me. I took it upon myself without asking and worked a different queue. I was working. I just wasn't in the right queue. So he looks at it, he like, you're not supposed to be in this queue today. You're supposed to be, oh my gosh. Girl, he just got all, girl, boy, whoever's watching, he just got all hysterical. Oh my gosh, like he just discovered a miracle. Or that he's one of the the mystery game from Scooby-Doo. Oh, he just solved a mystery. He revealed the goon, me. He was just like, oh my gosh, yeah. I gotta see what I gotta do about this. I'm gonna bring in such and such, which was my supervisor, my actual supervisor, and see what he wants to do with this. I'm gonna ring him in because this is job abandonment. You can't be doing that. I don't know what to do. You might be fired. I don't know. It's up to them. And I'm like, he really telling me all this? He ain't even a supervisor, y'all. He just some nut bug in training and not really established or even know if he's going to actually be a supervisor. Now, it was just a trial period. It was just a test to see how he would like it and if he was to be chosen. He wasn't even an actual supervisor saying this to me. And I'm sitting here like, are you freaking serious? This what you got me in here for? You always trying to nitpick and find something wrong with me, so with my work. And now you found this and you just think you came up on a gold mine. So when he said that, I'm just gonna ring him in and bring him into the meeting so he can see what's going on and what's happening, because you can't be doing that and all this and that and talking to me like I'm a kid. And I told him, I said, first of all, I'm not one of your children, and you're not about to talk to me like I'm somebody's child. I'm not your child. I'm probably older than you. So if you want to get my supervisor into this meeting with us, go right ahead. I'll be waiting and sitting right here. I sure did tell him that, because at this moment I'm pissed because you're trying to get me fired over some BS. So he gets my manager in there, explains the whole spiel, and I'm just looking like, okay. And then he was like, well, I wouldn't take it that deep. That's what my supervisor said. He said, yeah, I wouldn't take it that deep. It's not job abandonment. Job abandonment is if she's not doing any work at all. And she just lollygagging and not being productive. He said, only fault she has is being in the wrong queue. And I said, yeah, and I admit that, and I apologize. I said, but I'm tired of being in this other queue when I'm only supposed to be in it like 1 or 2 times out of the week, and it's already been 3 or 4 days. Like, I'm tired of being over there. And they can't say that it's not enough work in my original queue, because I checked it. There's more than enough work in that queue, and way more work in that queue than it is in the queue that you guys got me working in. I said, but I understand, and that's my fault. I will, from here on out, work in the correct queue. He said, that's not a problem. You're okay. And I would talk to them about that, because you're right. You're not supposed to be in that queue like that anyway. Boy, did that bust his bubble, because he really thought he had something. He really thought he had a strawberry polka dot child in the chokehold. And I'm looking at the screen, because we on Teams video, all of us. And I'm looking like, don't you just love when the Lord works things out for you? I'm not trying to be funny, gloat out in his face, but y'all just don't know. This man was giving me issues from day one for no reason. He was always nitpicking everything. He was always constantly checking my work. And then he would always try and call a meeting with me. I'm in the middle of work and he want to call a meeting while I'm busy. It wasn't even a day for our one-on-one. I want to talk to you about this case. What are you doing? Like, are you just sitting there just like a mad scientist going through all my cases to see if you can find something wrong? Just so you could call a meeting with me when it's not even the day scheduled for our one-on-one, which is once a week? Like, I just feel like he was just sitting there, just let me see what she doing today. Let me see what she has done today that I can find error in, so I can call a meeting. I'm like, and one day I was getting off early, and I was on my last case, wrapping it up, about to clock, out on my, on our system on the computer. Right at the last minute, y'all, guess who? Guess who? Him. Here he come. Oh, I need to speak with you for a minute. I said, I think I had an appointment actually that day too. I was getting off early to leave. So I'm, winding everything down. Excuse me. So he's like sending me a Teams message like, I need to speak with you for just a moment. I'm like, well, is it something that can wait till tomorrow? Because I'm about to log out. I have somewhere to be and I'm leaving early. Well, it won't take but just a minute. I just need to speak with you. I'm like, but is it something that can wait? Because I really need to get going. Like, seriously. How about this? Ooh, every time I talk about this man, I just want to call him something, but I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying not to do that. He come calling me on Teams. I'm like, why is he calling me when I just told him I need to leave? And child, what he want? He like, I just need to talk to you for a minute. I said, okay, can we like hurry this along? Because I did let you know I'm getting ready to get off work and I need to leave. I have somewhere to be. Do you know he tried to keep me online for so long, and it wasn't even about nothing, about a claim that he looked at and wanted to ask me a question about. Wasn't nothing wrong with it, y'all. As usual. I'm not perfect or nothing like that, but there was no reason for you to be calling me. Like, what do you want? I just feel like you nitpicking now. Didn't want nothing. Didn't want nothing. Let me see how much time I got. Yeah, it's time for me to go back. So anyway, make a long story short, I said, okay, well, I don't understand why you why you calling me, but I really need to go. Is that it? Baby, got on out the phone with him. He was trying to say something. Girl, I hung up on him. I sure did. Like, I ain't got time for you. I already told you that. You don't want nothing as usual. Like, I get so sick and tired of people like him that try to take advantage of their little position. But for him, it was only pretend because you wasn't really a supervisor. You was just a supervisor in fake training. A wannabe. A wannabe. Like, go sit down somewhere. But anyway, I done jumped off from that to that. But back to this here, I didn't get in trouble with my supervisor. He just said, from here on out, can you make sure, if you're supposed to be in a particular queue that day, can you make sure, that you're in that queue? He said, but other than that, that's not job abandonment. You're not in trouble. Just please make sure you're in the right queue if you're supposed to be in that queue that day. However, I will talk with them and let them know that you're only supposed to be in that queue for 2 days or 1 to 2 days out of a week. And I do see here that you have been in there longer than that, and that's not fair. Thank you. Bloop, bloop. You should have seen his face. He's like, dang. Yeah, you didn't get what you wanted, and I don't know what you was looking for in the first place because I haven't done anything to you. I come here and I do my work. I don't know what your problem is. And he was the type, like, when we have a whole department meeting and we're all on Zoom, he always was talking about his family and his wife and making jokes about her. At first, it was kind of funny, certain things he would say at first. And then it's like every time we have a meeting, here he go and he talking about his wife. I'm like, is he really joking? Is he really just humiliating his wife online to everybody like that? Like, that is so stupid. And what type of husband are you making fun of your wife? You're ridiculous. Get out of here. Like, man, don't nobody want to hear that stuff. And if she knew that, I wonder what she would think, that you in here talking about her like that. Like, that's not funny. The things he was saying, I'm not going to even repeat. It wasn't nothing where it was derogatory or nothing like that in the meeting, but it was things that definitely was not funny. And everybody was like, nobody laughed no more because it's like, okay, is he serious? But yeah, just, to let y'all know, I didn't get in trouble for that. He got checked and put in his place. And I left that job a couple of years back, but I really hope he did not become a supervisor, because he would be the worst supervisor ever. And if I did stay there that long and I ended up being on his team, I would have definitely put in a request to be moved. And if not, if they didn't move me, baby, I'd have been looking for something else. Oh, excuse me, because me and him definitely bumped heads and we did not like each other. And he made me dislike him because of his attitude and the way he would come at me. It's like he was always trying to find something wrong. It's like you're already starting out on the wrong foot and you're not even a supervisor. You're a wannabe. And I really hope they didn't let you be. Okay, because you did not deserve that position and nobody deserves to be treated that way. And I'm so glad that I had my main supervisor that, you know, took up for me and put him in his place. Like, no, she's not in trouble. That's not job abandonment because she was still working. She was just in another queue, but she's still working. That's not job abandonment. That go to show you he don't even know what that means. How is that job abandonment when I'm working? I'm still working. I'm on the clock. I'm still doing work for the company. And like I said, my fault, yes, that I was not in the right queue. Okay, but to be fair, I wasn't even supposed to be in that queue that long, that many days anyway. It ain't like he tried to help resolve the issue. He didn't care. All he cared about was trying to find something wrong and tried to get me fired. He basically was trying to get me fired. And I said, no. How are you trying to do that and come between somebody's, you know, livelihood and well-being? I have bills. You know, I have things to do. I have things to take care of, you know, and financial things. And you just didn't care. But that's okay. At the end of the day, who came out on top? And it wasn't him. Okay? For those of you who watch WWE and you know Rhea Ripley, you know that saying she said, mommy's always on top. Yes, she right. Because, baby, don't let nobody put you on your back and try and make you seem less than nothing. Or try and make you feel like you're not worthy. No, that's not going to happen here. There are some great jobs out there working from home, but I'm just letting y'all know, for those who don't know, you know, there are people out here who does that whether you work at home or in an office setting, in an actual building. It's people out there like that. And it's sad that they even have a job working in places like that, you know, trying to get other people fired for what? He really thought he did something, y'all. He didn't do nothing but get embarrassed and look stupid. And that just made my day. Sure it did, because you didn't have any business doing what you did and trying to get somebody fired. That's what he said. And when I told my supervisor, he was like, he said that? I said, yes. He's like, he had no business saying it to you. He is not a supervisor. And that was not his place. Bingo, not your place. Stay in your lane. You're driving on the wrong side of the road, dude. That's not your place. But I truly hope that he did not become a supervisor. I do. I think people who become supervisors should deserve to be one, because that's not meant for everybody. And it sure wasn't meant for him. I don't know how he did with other people, but with me, he was ridiculous. And I refuse to keep staying there at a place like that. So, and then the company just went bananas in the first place after all that. At first, it was a good place to work for, but then it just started going down the drain for me. And yeah, they was expecting too much for too little. And your sister girl had to move on around. That's the thing I like about work from home. There's plenty to do and plenty of jobs to find and plenty of places that are hiring. You don't have to stay stuck with something you don't like. Girl, move around. Boy, move around. Because you have plenty of options. But anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all that little story time. Yeah, he didn't get what he wanted. And I eventually, not long after that, I eventually ended up leaving anyway, because they started doing too much drama for me. And yeah, but at that moment, nah, he didn't get what he thought he was going to get. That's a shame, somebody trying to get you fired. Like, he ain't even a supervisor. Like, stay in your lane. That's not for you to be doing. Stay in your lane. But anyway, let me get on back to my job that I actually like. Yes. And y'all have a nice, wonderful day. God bless you. Okay, I need to say that more often. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys later. Y'all have a wonderful day, okay? Peace.